Serious press conference. Janice is here.
I just miss seeing you. I never get to see
I
you.
know. I got it.
I'm so busy, so I wanted to.
Well, we're back at work, so excited about that. Guys had a day off yesterday, so we got to prepare for Air Force. We haven't had a lot of great success there on the road, but hopefully we'll change that. I think I haven't seen the guys yet, so hopefully they'll have a good mindset today. And it's just one more game to get ready for. So hopefully they'll be ready to practice today, and we can come out and get ready to play with much better effort, much better energy.
Looking at the way the point distribution goes against Air Force this year, and they lead the league, or I guess teams are getting most of their points from three-pointers against them by a large margin. Are you guys then going to be kind of lured into the temptation of shooting a bunch of threes, even though that's not what you necessarily do?
I think there'll be some guys that are capable of playing this game that haven't played that can make three-point shots. I don't think we'll be lured into it, but I think we have one of the best three-point shooters in the conference in Elijah Brown. I think Dane's going to be back, so I think that'll help. I think Jordan Hunter can make those shots. I don't know if we'll get lured into it, but I think the thing that'll help us most is their transition defense. I think we need to get out and start playing a little bit faster, especially if we're going to play small, which we have been. So we've got to push the ball and try to get better shots.
Maybe not so much why you guys may or may not get lured into it. What is it about their defense that kind of forces teams to just settle on the outside?
They play zone.
And it's as simple as that. I mean, their zone is just forcing people out.
I think if you've watched our games, that's been our problem. So I think teams that play zone, I think those shots are available. So I think anytime you play against a zone defense or zone, and we're a perfect example. Teams that have beat us or played really well against us have shot the ball really well against us. We've played over, 20% of zone. So I think when you play that much zone, you're going to have that problem of giving up 3-point shots as far as paint instead of paint scores.
You guys getting back on the road.
No, go ahead.
You guys getting back on the road again, and I know you've had a lot against you, like with the injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, but Van, you've been around here long enough, and I'm not going to make that excuse. I'm not. I didn't have my team ready, and that's on me. So I agree with you, but I can't use that as an excuse. I mean, when you do have what we have, it's part of it. So we just got to try to go forward. If I rely on that or talk about it, then I think it takes away from the confidence with the guys I do have healthy.
But the one point I want to ask you, do you feel like it's easier? And I've asked you this before to play on the road. It seems like there's more pressure to play here now. Is that in my head, or do you guys feel like that too?
I don't know if it. I think it is. I think our kids read too much into it, but I think that has to do with the social media and the Twitter and everything that goes on with it. I mean, it was a heck of a lot simpler when we didn't allow them to have any of it, and now that we can't, then it's become. I don't know if it's a problem, but I think it's something you have to deal with as a coach.
You mentioned Dane. You expect him to be back for this
I
one?
do. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to go. The only thing that's a little bit weird is if he can get his mask in time. He doesn't have to wear one, but that's his choice. So he'll do non-contact practice today, and then he'll be full bore tomorrow with a full contact practice. Now, if he goes through that well, and there's no issues, he'll get reevaluated after that, and then they'll make a decision. So I'm hoping he's back.
Well, I guess until you see him go through it, you don't know for sure. But, I mean, do you anticipate when he's back and ready, you'll put him back into a starting lineup?
I don't anticipate that. Concussions are really weird in the sense that bring me some Cracker Jacks. I think it's just a situation where concussions are different in the sense that it makes you lethargic, you seem tired, bright lights bother you, your energy level, you don't know if it's going to be back. So I just don't know. I think one of the mistakes I made with Tim Williams was I threw him right back in the starting lineup against New Mexico State, and now I think I've learned from that. So I don't think. Do I think Dane could end up starting again before the season's over? Absolutely. Do I think I'm going to put him right back in there? No, I think I've learned from dealing with the concussion since I've had 30 days of it. I think I could figure it out hopefully by now, but I think it's a little bit different injury physically on an energy standpoint and also not practicing.
You guys, like everybody's still pretty much in it. A lot of teams are still in it, but
Absolutely.
Have you seen a year where, like even like the amount of losses that people were still in it and different things?
Yeah,
like
I think
that?
one year, 12-6 won it. I want to say 12-6. I think we might have won it or tied for it at 12-6. Does anybody know that? I think it was 12.
It's been 18 games for 3 years now, so it would have been that first year is all. No, because 14 was the first year, and you and San Diego State were up there with 3 losses, I think.
Yeah, I want to say 12-6 won it one year. I'm not for sure. I might be wrong.
This is a strange year. You would agree, right? As far as
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of. I think it's a strange year in college basketball. I mean, if you look at all the teams that are losing and winning and games that, I think there's it's. I think more so now, anybody can beat anybody on a given day. That's the way I view it. Not only in my conference, but I think throughout a lot of conferences. I think there's some teams that win games, and it just any given day anybody can win.
So,
No, go ahead.
thanks, JP. So winning the conference may not be enough. It's a nice award, gets you a good seat.
I don't
for the
think
tournament, but
I don't
that's-
think winning the conference is going to make you. It's not going to get you in the NCAA tournament. I don't.
so then
It's been
all-
proven that it doesn't.
So
So
then, is it all fun and games and improvement between here and then?
absolutely, every game's improvement. I mean, we still want to win it. I think if we can run the table, or we don't know what it's going to take. We don't know. I mean, Saturday hurt, but I don't have it. I mean, I'm still approaching it the same way. And then my biggest thing is trying to get my team better and healthy. If I can get my team better and healthy, I think it's going to hurt. It's going to help. It's going to hurt us right now, what we have right now. But I think down the road, if I can get healthy and all these guys are gaining experience, it's definitely going to help me.
Another way to beat the zone, it's not just by being proficient beyond the arc, but there's other things you can do. Get the zone to shift, a couple passes, get it to come back. You
If
got
we
your
can,
short corner,
yeah,
and then you
if
can
we
open up
can,
the elbow. You have
yeah,
any
if we
plays
can
like
learn to get the ball reversed, when we do that, we're pretty good.
How do you prepare for a team like Air Force? I mean, that's.
I got a skeleton squad up there getting ready. I'm gonna bring some coaches out of retirement to do this. So, I did it I think I did it when we played Air Force till I was 48. I did all the offense and practiced and did the whole thing. I've got some guys up there working right now, so it should be interesting practice today. Trying to get them ready to. We're going to do some little breakdown things, but I can tell you for a fact that we're going to play a little bit differently defensively. We're going to have to do some things. We're going to have to change some things up, but that's just part of it when you play them. I don't know if we've ever went into this game playing 40 minutes of man-to-man defense. I don't think we've had. So, we're going to work on some different things and see what it looks. We're going to work and see what we think works, and then we're going to kind of go with how it goes during the game.
But having so much experience, I mean, they are a unique squad that you don't see on a regular basis, correct?
They're very hard. I mean, they're really hard to play against, and I think some people play really. For some reason, we've always played really well against them at home. We haven't played really well against them up there. So, if you looked at our contest over the last 5 or 6 years, we played really good against them at home and not very good up there.
one thing about this, like how all colleges, how every conference is like different this year, like how the Pitt used to have like an intimidation factor. Do you think some of those things are loosening up because it's just a different type of kid nowadays, or what's your take on that?
Well, I don't think it's. I think the intimidation factor's there. I just think we haven't taken advantage of it, and I think it's always going to be there. But I think there's something to be said. We've played better on the road this year, and we got to get better at home. But We've still won 80% of our games here. We've still done some wonderful things here. I just think the college basketball landscape with you can watch games on your phone, watch games on your iPad, watch games, late night games. You can stay home and watch it on TV. And pricing have an effect on all college basketball, not just here. I'm talking about everywhere. And I think if you look around the country, we want to talk about different things, but you can go around the country and, people want to talk about the ACC. Well, I can go to the ACC right now. I played there. And I can go to the ACC right now and show you where their attendance is not very good either. I mean, where they have 8,000, 9,000 seat arenas and they're getting 6. So, I mean, it's everywhere. It's not, you hear people say, well, on the East Coast it's this. It's everywhere. It's what we haven't done. This is just my opinion. I don't think we've done a very good job nurturing fans or ticket buyers or season ticket buyers in the 25 to 35 range. Kids that have just gotten out of school. Because I just don't know why, because I think it's the technology age that you can get it whenever you want it. And that's just part of it. But, I mean, we have 13,000 people here on Saturday, and to play like that, that's not what we expect.
You were talking about defense a little bit earlier. I know Tim Williams isn't the best defender in the league by any stretch. I'll say it. I'm not asking you to say it. But when he's out, the team defense, the numbers have actually, your guys' defense in his 4 games absence has struggled. And I know it's not necessarily his individual defense that you guys are missing, but what is taking a guy out?
What do you
that knows
mean?
the
What do
team
you mean?
defense?
The last 4?
So he's missed 4 games, and I looked at
UNLV,
the
I don't think it was. Who else we play?
Illinois State, UTEP. Both
Oh,
of
the
them
games
ended
he's
up-
missed.
Yeah, the 4
Yeah,
games he's missed.
yeah.
The team
I would
your guys'
totally agree with that.
defensive numbers
I
have
think
gone
just him knowing how to play. I think knowing schemes, knowing game plans, taking up space, being able to be in the right situation in the right time. I think that's big. Just his knowledge and knowing how to play.
Do you feel? I mean, obviously you want Connor and Joe to have big games in the post too in the front court. Is Sam kind of? Did he show glimpses Saturday that he can take over that 4 spot in Tim's absence?
Yeah, but it's not a 4 spot. We're just playing guards. I mean, we're just trying to spread the floor. Yeah, we're trying to spread the floor now. It's a work in progress. I mean, we probably played 30 minutes, 34 minutes, all 4 guards, which we haven't done that in a long time. We played the whole year with Rowe there when we were 30-5, but it's been a work in progress from our guys to change from playing 2 bigs and running offense through 2 bigs and running things with 2 bigs to now we're playing 4 guards and we're doing it on the fly. I mean, it looked pretty good at UNLV, and it didn't look very good Saturday. So we're still trying. It's still a work in progress for us, but we're going to keep working on it. And that's nothing against Joe, Connor, and O. It's just you only have 3 of them. We started the season with 6.
And so, I guess the specifics about what changes when you go from 4 to 2 bigs to just 1 big is who's helping who, who's
Yeah,
rotating
how
who.
are you going to guard? How are you going to guard pick and roll coverages? Offensively, I thought we were really, really good at UNLV because we moved the ball, took good shots, played with a faster pace. The other night, Saturday night, I don't think we moved the ball. I thought the ball it stuck a lot. I thought we didn't play with great pace. I don't think we played with the same energy that we did against UNLV. This is just me watching the tape. I'm just being honest. Me watching the tape, I thought there was a little uncomfortable feeling from some of our guys. You could see it, not knowing what to do because it's not at UNLV we just kind of went and they played, and then now they start thinking about it, and it's different that way. Defensively, it should be better for us because you should be able to switch some things and do some things and be more aggressive, but it's definitely not helped our rebounding.
And I guess that's where I'm confused. Is I thought this would be better defensively, but their team.
It was not Saturday.
No,
It was not Saturday.
The 2% baskets, or the 2-point baskets, or
Yeah, because there's easy people that post you or people that drive you. If O's not in the game, you really don't have a shot blocker, so you're not really having a rim protector. So that's a little bit different for us. I think the biggest thing that we didn't do, and I'm being real honest about this, I don't think that we were very good on closeouts. I don't think we were very good at helping recover in that we call it stunt and recover, helping a teammate and getting back to your thing. And the biggest thing is, and that's stunt and recover to closeouts, like I said, but our biggest thing is we can't guard our man. I mean, when you have a situation where we call them blow-bys or like pick sixes in transition, when you have a guy that catches the ball and beats you on one dribble, that shouldn't happen. I think we got to continue to work on that. That's my biggest concern right now defensively, because we should be really good at that playing four guards.
Playing a team like Air Force, I guess patience is the key word there.
Yeah, I think you have to try to get it up because where they rank and what they do in transition defense, I don't think it's just not their big thing. I don't know with their offense and how well it works and how fine oiled it is sometimes and how well they run their offense. I think they spend a lot of time on offense. That's why they play a lot of zone. I think they've only played 2 teams this year, a man. The unique thing that we're going to have to watch is I can see them boxing 1 in us and triangle 2 in us, which they've done. Now, they don't do it to anybody else but us, but they did it last year for about 20 possessions. San Jose played boxing 1 against us on Saturday. Guys got to step up and make plays. You can't always be looking for Elijah to make a play or defer to Elijah. Everybody's got to play, and everybody's got to learn how to make plays.
Going back to your defense and the blow-bys, it kind of goes back to the question I asked after the game Saturday about the reactive and the proactive defense. Instead of just watching what they're doing and react, could you apply proactively some defense, like fanning them to the side or funneling them down the middle?
Haven't been to a lot of practices because that's what we work on. That's if you'd come to our practice, then that's what we work on. So it's a work in progress, and now we're playing guys that haven't played. So, that's one thing that we'll continue to work on.
And on the topic of Air Force, when you play the service academies, is there any sort of additional preparation to deal with their discipline? I mean, it's extreme discipline.
Yeah, they're just patient and they do a good job. I mean, you know that they're going to be mentally tough. They're going to play hard, and they've always been that way. So, I mean, it doesn't matter who you play. They're going to have great mental toughness, and they're going to be tough to beat, especially at home.
Anything else?
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.